We are a region dripping. Dripping with the excess water that found its way into the places we once thought safe and dry. Dripping with exhaustion and fear as the work and weight of everything just looks to be too much. Dripping with heartache and dread as the blessings that once overflowed mixed in with the flowing waters. We are a region coated in debris and the scattered remnants of a reality that no longer exists for many of our people. Coated in mud, layers of caked on dirt replacing the foundation of everything so many people worked so hard to build. Coated in a strange awareness that this isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. We are a region overwhelmed. Overwhelmed by the quickness of change and the shortness of life. Overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the waters that came and the work and worry they left behind. Overwhelmed at the idea of how to move forward. But we also drip of something more. Love, care, empathy, sympathy, and steadfast spirit. Drip from the bridges and underpinnings as help makes its way home. Hope drips from the tired hands of every person who has worked to clean up and move forward. Reassured by the reaching hands of those who want to pick up their burdens. And the ugly things that coat us are no match for the beautiful things that cover us. We are coated in quilts of possibility, patched together by our neighbors and friends. We are coated in the armor of safety, knowing the floods of life are never faced alone. It's sometimes hard to tell the difference between gray clouds and silver linings, so finding the good things in all of the tragedy is overwhelming in itself. We are overwhelmed with stories of love thy neighbor and look for the helpers, which show the kind of home we have. We are overwhelmed by boots on the ground as the cavalry of compassion shows the rest of the world a truth that looms above all. We are a region standing.
Of some of the greatest heroes in Kentucky history. The selfless and courageous actions of the people on this stage are what modern-day saints are made of. Had it not been for the first responders who bravely risked their own lives, the death toll in eastern Kentucky would have been much higher. Today, I want to recognize the exemplary activities and action of two Kentucky National Guard flight medics who've been heralded by their peers and various agencies for their extraordinary life-saving actions. Staff Sergeant Ryan Hunter and Sergeant First Class Jeremy Lowe, will you please join me at this microphone? In the early morning hours of July 28th, these two flight paramedics were activated with the Kentucky Army Guard Detachment Number 1, Charlie Company, 238th Aviation Regiment, to conduct search and rescue operations in eastern Kentucky. One of their first and most difficult rescues occurred in Perry County, where a family of 5 was trapped in their attic, surrounded by downed power lines in the rushing water and dangerous debris like telephone poles, vehicles, even houses torn from their foundation. The risk to life was abundantly clear. Working alongside Kentucky State Police and a Wolfe County search and rescue boat team, 3 members of the family were pulled to safety before encountering a mechanical problem. Together, Hunter and Lowe initiated a brave plan to save the remaining 2 individuals despite the raw force of the water, the tenuous footing on the metal roof, and the risk of being swept away. Using webbing and locking gear, Staff Sergeant Hunter fashioned a rope and acted as an anchor to lower Sergeant First Class Lowe with his flotation device into the rushing flood waters and guided him to the attic window. Staff Sergeant Hunter worked his way back to the roof's peak through treacherous conditions and coordinated hoist operations with skilled pilots at the helm, who successfully lowered the rescue basket twice to save the remaining 2 flood survivors. The flight medics were then lifted off the roof one at a time by a bare hook, rising victoriously above the flooded home to safety. That same day, they went on to conduct more than 40 air hoist missions and saved more than 80 Kentuckians. The skilled and courageous acts of the 2 medevac crews are worthy of the highest honor. Today, I salute these brave guardsmen and have a tribute for them that has been recorded in the Congressional Record to ensure their valor is preserved among the greatest heroes of our time. Will you please join me in showing them our deepest appreciation for their incredible bravery? These 2 men are representative of all of the others who deserve special mention, and they're here as representatives of all the rest of you. Thank you, gentlemen.